Hey, if you're interested in a strategy builder like NinjaTrader 8 provides, this is the video for you, so stay tuned. Alright guys, this is the NinjaTrader 8 platform for Windows based computers. If you were to go over into the new tab here, you can scroll down to the strategy builder. Alright, so this is how you'd create a new strategy. Go ahead and click next. You can give yourself a name here, ABC, and a brief description. ABC sample. Click next. Here you get to choose your default properties. Go ahead and calculate on bar close, on each tick, or on price change. Then you have more properties. You can decide how many entries per direction you want to trade, the entry handling. Exit on session close is already defaulted. This would help eliminate you from needing a larger account balance to hold overnight. And it will exit on session close at 30 seconds. You have the choice to fill your limit orders on touch. Maximum bars look back is 256 on just about all the options and properties you have within NinjaTrader 8. Minimum bars required is 20. Order fill resolution. You have standard, which is the fastest that the order is going to get filled, or high. Now, fastest, this is not how fast your orders are going to be filled. It is how fast the calculation is going to be calculated to give you your end result when you backtest it. Real-time error handling. You have a couple different options that would allow some calculation errors. How many ticks of slippage you want. The start behavior, obviously you want to be flat, but you do have a couple other options depending on what strategy and how you like to trade. Time and force is just your different entry levels of your orders, and trace orders. Okay, if you go ahead and move to next, you have additional data. Now this is not additional data in the way you may comprehend, but this is additional data that is going to calculate within your strategy, as well as custom series. Just a lot of options that you have to make your strategy more unique and perfect it to the way you want it. The next tab here is input and variables. Now this is the area where you would be able to add specific inputs and variables. These are what you will be able to change within your strategy once your strategy is written. It won't necessarily be defaulted to what your strategy is written as, but this is so you can modify the strategy after it's already been written. If you want to add how many ticks of profit you want to take and be able to adjust that, how many ticks of stop loss you want to set, you don't have to be set in one specific profit target and stop loss. You'll be able to manipulate it how you want. Conditions and actions. Now this is the bulk of where your strategy is going to be written. You're adding, say, your indicator. Let's do RSI for relative strength index indicator. And let's say you want every time the market is greater or equal to 80, meaning once it reaches overbought range, 70, 80 is usually the overbought range on most platforms. You click OK. So now this is set in there that when the RSI reaches 80 or better, higher I should say, it will do the following. drawing, miscellaneous, and order management. Well, you would want to enter a short if you're trying to catch the reversal. So enter short position, the quantity, I leave it as default quantity, and that's what you'll want to leave it as if you have entered in an input variable that you want to be able to adjust after the strategy is written. The signal name, I'm going to call it short. Okay. Next, enter optional stop loss and profit targets for your strategy here. Okay, I want a profit target from the entry signal that we previously labeled short. The mode, we're not doing currency because the ES is on ticks, but there are a few different options, and depending on what strategy you want to write for what platform and indicator you're using, what ticker you're going to be using. If you're trading futures, you're obviously going to be on ticks. If you're trading Forex, then you'd be on pips. The value that I would want my profit target to be, let's say 4 ticks. Okay. Now I want to add in a stop loss from the entry signal short. I'm using ticks, and I want an 8-tick stop loss. Here I have a 4-tick profit target once 80 is met on the RSI, and an 8-tick stop loss in case the trade reverses against me. Click Next. You've created your new strategy. Congratulations! Press back to review any of your options, or press Finish to end this setup. If you wish to edit the strategy source code and enter EG calculation formulas, please unlock this code. Once you click Finish, your strategy is complete, and you can move forward with backtesting it. If you do know C+ programming, you can unlock the code and enter in the programming mode. Once you unlock the code, you cannot lock the code back up and then make adjustments in the strategy builder. So it's only a one-way direction here. If you keep the code locked, you can click Finish here. Makes a indication that the strategy has been written. Okay, now you can go into New and go through your list of Strategy Analyzer. Okay, this is your backtesting tool. My backtesting strategy is ABC. You have different backtest types. You can do standard, optimize it, walk forward optimization, multi-objective optimization. I have currently only ever used standard. What instrument are you going to use it on? I'm going to use it on ES. Price based on the last minute. And let's go ahead and calculate from January 1st of this year to May 22nd of this year. Trading hours, it's going to use the instrument settings of the instrument that you've selected, ES. I'm going to break at end of day. I want to include the commissions in the calculations. Maximum bars look back 256, and bars required to trade 20, just like we saw earlier. Historical fill price, we saw that earlier as well. Standard, fastest. It's not how fast your entry is going to be placed, but rather how quick the calculation in the strategy analyzer is going to be calculated. Fill limit orders on touch, and I want 0 ticks of slippage, 1 entry per direction. Entry handling, all entries, and I want to exit on session close, and that will be done with 30 seconds before the close, so you're not holding overnight. Once the futures market reopens back up, then it will look for your criteria again to re-enter into the market. Set order quantity to the strategy, which we defaulted to just 1 contract. Time and force, good to close. If you click Run, it calculates your total net profit from January 1st to May 22nd, you would have had a $1,179.52 loss, and that is including your commissions. Gross profit, it breaks it all down to your loss, how much you had in commissions, your profit factor, your max drawdown, your probability percentage, percent profitability of all trades. You had 0 long trades because we shorted it once RSI met the 80 or higher criteria. Okay, if you scroll down a little bit farther, shows you what you made average trade, and then it breaks it down to your winning and losing trades. You can see the longest winning trade, the longest losing trade, how many consecutive winners and losers you had, and then here is your profit per month. You would make a negative $278.88 per month is what it calculates. You've got your MAE, your MFE, and your ETD up here in the display. You can break open the analysis. Here you have a sidebar graph showing you from your cumulative net profit and your losses, and you can break it up into each day. If you hover over the dot here, it breaks it down into what day it is and how much you either profited or lost. Here's on the top you have a list and all the different categories: your cumulative net profit, gross loss, how much you paid in commissions, all per day, and how many trades happened per day on the specific date. If you would like to see it on a chart, and scroll back to the chart. Once you get to the last trade, it will plot it on the chart. Well, it's supposed to plot it on the chart. I apologize. Your executions, whether it was a buy or a sell, what your quantity was, what the price was at, the time frame, entry and exit, whether you were short or long. Our strategy is only written to go short. How much commission you paid. If you'd rather see it in trades, breaks it down, adding your profit, whether you met profit target or you had a stop loss, your cumulative net profit, and if you'd like to see it in the order form, which is what you would normally see up in your top bar here in orders, executions, strategies, positions, accounts, and logs, right in this area in your orders. This is what you would normally see in the list once you've made your live orders and your live trades. So this is a brief overview on how to utilize the strategy builder in NinjaTrader 8, and then an opportunity for you to backtest it in the strategy analyzer. Now, one thing I'd like to put out there is that strategy analyzer is not perfect. No trade indicator is perfect. And the strategy analyzer will produce different results than moving forward if you were to utilize the simulation accounts and make simulated trades in live data. So if you are trading the market now, currently, let me go ahead and minimize this. Currently within the market, if your RSI did meet your 80 or higher criteria, you are getting market dynamics. So you are getting momentum, you are getting pullbacks and breakouts and current market live dynamics that you are not typically going to get within the strategy analyzer. So if you do have a profit or a large profit, don't assume that's what you're going to get. Don't go ahead and start trading live. Make sure that this is a tool for you to utilize back testing. And it's just as good as if you push the left arrow key on the chart and you went backwards. Okay, let's say we started at 9 a.m. Okay, and if you push the right arrow key, this is a back test, a way to back test the market. Okay, this is essentially the same way the strategy analyzer is going to back test your strategy that you've just recently made. Okay, so you don't see the momentum and the movements in between all these candles, and the strategy analyzer will not see that as well. So once again, this is NinjaTrader 8 platform. The strategy builder opportunity you have here, and then the strategy analyzer. It is a wonderful tool to simulate some of your back testing, but once again, you then need to move forward with trying to simulate on the live dynamic that the market provides you.
Thanks again for taking the time to watch the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and throw one of those little comments down there so I know if you have any questions, what you liked about it, and what you'd like to hear more about it. And hopefully we can help you scalp the future. Have a great day.